Good morning, guys. You know, it's been a while since we have been on a house wash video, and not that we've not been washing, I just hadn't been videoing any of them. But we're doing this one today, and it's funny being here because I washed this house about 4 years ago, and it's like even though it's been 4 years, I can remember everything about the place. I remember it had like a garage or something back here. Let me get these money shots. It had like a garage or something back here, and I got it, but got a lot of cobwebs and stuff to get done. The house, even though it's been 4 years, it isn't the worst, but mainly just a bunch of cobwebs. But what's funny about being here is the first time I did this job, I had my little 2.5 gallon a minute machine, and I don't even think I had 100 foot of hose at that time. I think I just had like 50. So at the corner here, I had the pressure washer hooked up, and I'd go around and wash a little bit, then wash a little bit here, and then I think I remember pulling to back here at the back of the property, and just had enough to get done what I needed to get done. But then when I came over to this side, I had to hook up to that hose because I didn't have enough. And it's really nice coming back today with the right equipment and being able to knock this out and not have all that moving around and all that hassling and all that. If you remember, it was that house there that I had showed where somebody had done some damage to with a pressure washer. And but yeah, we're back here today. Looks like got a big wasp nest up there. Bleach is gonna make them a little angry this morning. Got some landscaping out here. We're gonna have to wet down. It's been super hot here in Tennessee, so anytime that you're washing around plants, go ahead and take that time to rinse them a little bit, no matter how early in the morning it is. It's just what I recommend. So I'm going to get off here, and I'll shoot you guys some video today. Show you what I do, how we do it. Let's see. We got a hose here. Gonna pull this hose all the way around to the back and hook up, and then run it through the machine to make sure we don't have any rust or any debris coming out. All right, guys, I said I was going to show you some footage here, but I got to listening to a podcast and didn't do that. So just finishing up with this one today. This house, pretty good size house, has a garage on the back. It's been washing about 4 years. Wasn't so much a lot of mildew on this one, it was just cobwebs. And so I tried to spray the cobwebs one time, hoping it was gonna knock them down, and I'd end up having to spray them like 3 times, just really saturate them and break them loose, especially from the gutter downspouts. So that's what we did on this one. All in them cracks there on both sides, completely full of spider webs. The windows all covered in spider webs. Really, on this whole house, and this is a pretty good size house, the only parts that were bad was this section here, and when I say bad, like covered in mildew, and this one. So like this vinyl and gutter, that vinyl area there. But then, like I said, it was a lot of it just spider webs. I don't like spider webs at my house, and so it's good to get them clean. Like this whole corner here and on the other side of this garage too was just completely covered in spider webs. So got this knocked out in an hour and 20 minutes, I believe, from the first pick. Well, I'll have to look back at that, but I think it was just a little over an hour, hour and 10 minutes, 15 minutes, something. Not a big deal. Last time I was here, pretty sure it took me about 3.5 hours. And so big difference in being a little bit more efficient with your equipment, a lot more efficient really, and having the right tools for the job. So we got a curbing to clean today, and I may put it on a time lapse or something later, but be good if we could sell the concrete here or the roof, but that's for another day. So wrapping up on this one, we'll see you. All right guys, we're out here on another wash, second one of the day, and today I'm just doing the curbing. You may recognize this house, beautiful house I washed not too long ago. Did house wash, roof wash, concrete driveway, all that we did. Had a real pretty view, but today instead of being clear, it looks pretty hazy. So my options here on this curb was to spray it with a hot mix like I normally would with concrete, and then take the rinse tip, take my rinse tip and rinse it like I always do. And so that was an option. I was going to pre-treat it, take the rinse tip on the pressure washer, wash it, and that normally comes out pretty good. And then sometimes I have to post-treat them. Sometimes I just post-treat them and make them look good. Well, one thing I do not have, or did not have until about 10 minutes ago, is a turbo nozzle. That's what I started my business with, and I think it got rusted or something. I could have WD-40'd it, and I threw it away, and I never got another one since. So I go to Lowe's and got me a turbo nozzle. So instead of walking one time through here, and having to pre-treat it, and then another time walking, having to rinse it, and then another time walking to post-treat it, I thought, you know, I don't have a turbo nozzle. I see Joe Deere using one a lot, and I mean, I know what they do, but this one I think will be good because I've got a lot of Bermuda coming over this. I can kind of edge it with that turbo nozzle. So all this curbing we're going to do up to there. You can see concrete looks amazing. I never did come back and get roof pictures, but had a bunch of staining here, and right in there. That whole front section was pretty rough. But just be careful, because anytime you got curbs and driveways, you got ants like right there. But I think I'm just going to put you guys on a time lapse, do something I haven't done in a long time, and that's use a turbo nozzle, which is pretty strange that I don't have one, because like I said, the first two houses I ever washed, I used a turbo nozzle. Luckily I didn't get close enough to mess them up. Luckily they weren't bad enough to need anything besides that. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to put you guys on a tripod. Hopefully my camera don't overheat, which it probably will, but try to get you guys a little time lapse. All right, guys, I gotta say it is turbo nozzle for the win. You see us curbing all up through here. How good all that looks. It matches the concrete now. The driveway. That turbo nozzle. Yeah, look at the difference. Let's see. Yeah, look at the difference in here and here. Huge difference. Huge difference. But we got that, I'm telling you. Probably got, I would guess about 300, close to 400 feet here of curbing to do. And it took me an hour with the turbo nozzle. That's from picking it up, getting here, setting up, hooking up the water, pulling the pressure hose down. I pulled it down that way, and then I pulled it up. All this Bermuda, like what I was saying, that turbo nozzle just sat there and went underneath that. All that's wetness, but just blew all that off that curb. But looks so much better. Took me an hour from the time I got here till the time I rolled the hoses up and got in the truck. Guys, I don't know where y'all are at, and I'm sure it's like that everywhere, but keep you plenty of water and snacks, food, whatever it is you take, because today in Tennessee it's about 186, as you can see out through there, but you can see that the right that's not washed, the left is. So turbo nozzle for the win, guys. I mean, it was amazing. I loved using it, and it made quick work of this. If you had a small sidewalk, curbing, you know, that's just an added feature you can add on to a house wash. It's going to make your customer's house stand out more than the others. But I'm going to get on down the road so I can get a little air conditioning blowing, so we'll holler at you next time.